Okay, yeah, so just get started. Well, hello everyone. Nice to meet you guys here. Welcome to an exciting and insightful discussion on today's topic. Yeah, so it's true honor to be here and to host this dialogue with industry stalwarts. I'm Vivianas, and I'm so proudly associated with Themes. We are honored to support ICC Camp in building a robust global Web3 gaming ecosystem. Yeah, I just saw Simon. Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Hi, everyone.
Hi, nice to meet you here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's invite Simon to share about ICC Camp. Simon will enlighten us about the entrepreneurial camp, its objectives, partners, the support offered to participants, and his vision for the ICC Camp's future plans. Welcome.
Okay. Thanks, Viviana. It's great to meet you here, and good evening, everyone. My name is Sam Lee. I'm founding partner of Chain Capital, which is a Web3 venture capital founded in 2017. I engaged in blockchain industry and Web3 investment for nearly 8 years. I have already invested more than 200 global blockchain projects, including infra, DeFi, GameFi, and so on. So I'm also co-founder and vice president of ABGA. I'm honored to be the guest for today's talk with Sebastien and Vienna. So let me simply introduce ICC Camp. The full name of ICC Camp is Imagine Creation Combinatorial Camp, as we want to bring more imagination and creation to the field of Web3 gaming. Before ICC Camp, we founded the Asian Blockchain Game Alliance in 2021, which we have many Web3 game projects join us. We also hold the various events such as Web3 Gaming Summit and the Web3 Gaming Hackathon, connecting with various gaming projects. During the past 2 years, we received massive requests from our members and partner projects for advice and resources introduction. The industry is still very young, and the business model and rules have not been finalized. And we noted that many startups need specific guidance in the young industry. In the past, we are not ready to provide that the projects want. However, after 2 years prepare, we've gained great experience and built strong network in the industry. And we believe we can do something to these projects now. That's why we decided to launch the ICC Camp at present. ICC Camp is a 6-month excellence program which we invited a strong lineup of industry professionals to join together and provide specific guidance to the certificate projects. Our mentors include professionals from leading VCs, such as Du Jun from ABCDE Capital, Omar from Rocktree Capital and Zhen Fund, Nico from Linfeng Innovation Fund, Kevin from Bitright Capital, and I from Chain Capital. We also have mentors from famous gaming projects such as Sebastien from the Sandbox, Yang from Steppen, Gabby from YGG, Jade from Mixmava, and so on. We also have many other great mentors from GSR, Thromit, Google Cloud, Pay, Clayton, and so on, covering all the topics projects need to know in the field of Web3. ICC Camp just started registration recently and call for all Web3 game builders to join us and build together. Besides strong mentors, we also partner with those leading institutions providing various support to those participated projects, such as study tour in different Asian countries and regions, scholarship prize, grants from public chains, eco-fund investment support, free cloud credits, auditing discount, and many others. We want to bring more value and support to the startups. That's the brief introduction about ICC Camp. If you want to know more details and join us, feel free to talk to me later or contact anyone from ICC Camp such as Yuka and Kiwi. Okay, that's the introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you so much. That was wonderfully articulated. Thank you for your introduction. First
You're
of all,
welcome.
I have to say, yes, the lineup of the mentors at ICC is truly impressive. And I really hope that we can, to really see such initiatives for fostering the next generation of Web3 entrepreneurs. Since I think Sebastian is not here, right? He's not joining us as for now. So maybe I would hand over the first question to you, Simon. Uh,
Okay.
yes. As for the view of an investor, how do you think a good Web3 game product can better get the favor of capital? And how can Web3 games better promote themselves to mainstream Web2 market? Yeah, from the investor side.
Okay, I think it's a good question. I believe that Web3 gaming products that attract capital favor as follows. First, innovation gameplay and high quality gaming experience are very important. Offering unique and engaging experience that different from traditional gamers are more likely to attract attention. This improves the gaming experience and playability, not just simply tokenize game skins as NFTs and game coins as tokens. Second, building a strong community and ecosystem. A good Web3 gamer can foster a powerful community and create a sustainable ecosystem, make players feel valued and engaged, which is attractive to investors. This includes transparent governance models and player participation in decision-making processes. Third, a health token economy is vital for the game's sustainability and life cycle, requiring management of inflation and reduce economic fluctuations. Significant change in game player, significant changes in gameplay and economic should be balanced and communicated with community stakeholders. Fourth, clear profitability is key. With a fair and beneficial tokenization model for both players and developers being crucial, this could include innovation users of NFTs and tokens, ensuring all tokens and NFTs in the ecosystem have clear utility and value, providing really value to players. So about how to attract Web2 players to the Web3 gaming area, I believe Web2 gamers don't care about NFTs and tokens. They are care about whether the game is fun, and they are not considered about interpretability. They are about whether the game provides hours of gameplay. Therefore, attracting Web2 gamers to Web3 should focus on the gaming experience, not just tokens. After all, gaming is not a job and shouldn't offer massive the ability to earn money from games. A good game will naturally attract gamers, whether it's Web2 or Web3. Second, I think the onboarding process for new Web3 users simpler is important. Provide user-friendly and minimize technology barriers with blockchain and cryptocurrency. For example, many games now use AA wallet technology, allowing players to log in with an email or phone number and directly band their wallets without having to record mnemonic phrases. This is a significant advancement, as many beginners were keeping out by complex registration process. Third, emphasizing player ownership and earning is important. Web3 games have the advantage of true digital ownership, potential earnings, and allowing players to participate in game governance. I believe the player-to-own model will be the next direction in game business models, where players gain game ownership in the form of token or in-game assets for their participation and contributions. For example, a game might be free at the beginning, allowing players to earn small rewards, and then invest in the game to acquire valuable game assets. Users could easily rent empty assets from the market through profit-sharing protocols, competing at a higher level without needing to spend a lot of money upfront. The player-to-own model encourages players to actively build and nurture a community around the game, involving players in the game's development and decision-making process. So that's my opinion about this question. Thanks, Viviana.
Thank you, Simon. And I just saw the Sebastian. He's here already.
Okay,
Um,
welcome.
welcome. Can you just open your camera and turn off the yes, to say hello to our audience? Are you ready?
Yes, hello everyone.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you all?
We're good.
Great.
Yes,
Sorry
today's
for being late.
it's okay.
I've been traveling. I wasn't expecting to have calls today. All right.
It's okay, yeah. Yeah, just to repeat again, today we delve into the fusion and evolution of the Metaverse and Web3 gaming tech. So we are immensely privileged to have with us Sebastien, the founder of Sandbox, and Simon from the ABGA and Chain Capital joining us in our live session. A warm welcome to both of you. Welcome. Yeah, Sebastian, just to make maybe a self-introduction to our audience first.
Yes, so hello everyone. My name is Sebastien Borger. I'm the CEO and co-founder of the Sandbox, as well as the president of the Blockchain Game Alliance. The Sandbox, it's actually a decentralized virtual world where anyone can become a creator and make 3D content using voxels and our editor called VoxEdit, as well as like create experiences, games, etc., without any programming skills, any code, and publish them on their land, which is a digital space which they own, as well as own all the creation that they make using blockchain technology and NFTs, and monetize it the way they want. So they can use it in Sandbox, they can sell it to all the users on the marketplace, the Sandbox marketplace and other marketplaces. And we've grown into a platform that now counts over 5 million users, as over 400 brands around the world as partners, and presents a global footprint with presence as well in Asia, in countries like Singapore, Hong Kong, Korea, Japan, Thailand, Turkey, India, and looking to keep expanding our presence more and more to make the possibilities of the metaverse as accessible as possible to everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Wonderful. Oh, yes, definitely. The Sandbox is a story of innovation, determination, and is definitely a success. So, with over 10 years of industry experience, why did you choose to start your own venture?
So, but I've been always an entrepreneur, actually, as far as I recall, together with my business partner, Arthur Madrid, since it's been 16 years that we've been co-founders and starting being pioneer in new technologies. So we made startup in the space of BitTorrent, peer-to-peer exchange of data and files, the possibility to upload and share your photo, video, and music in the cloud on a service where people can pay a monthly subscription to access and share their online media content. And then ultimately in 2011, after those two companies got acquired, we also work in mobile gaming as one of the pioneers in the mobile free-to-play and working with various IPs and brands. So, and again, in 2017, we've been looking at blockchain technology very closely, and we became a pioneer in the space of blockchain gaming, together with Animoca Brands, who's been the parent of which we are part of, and is our parent company.
Yeah, what challenges and opportunities did you encounter in creating a sandbox? Can you share with us about this?
Well, there is always a lot of challenges as an entrepreneur, of course. Like you have to along the journey of the entrepreneur is a long road. Like very often we say Sandbox is an overnight success that took 11 years in the making. And still, I even think like we're still not a success. There's still a lot of things to achieve in terms of like how we are going to grow into larger audiences, how the platform is still in alpha. We haven't launched yet on mobile. We see ourselves live only by 2025 as a public version of Sandbox, but we are still building it progressively. Among the challenge we had was to convince our first investors back in 2018 when we did the first fundraise. We had it took actually we spoke to over 100 of investors, and nobody believed that we could actually do it, you know, and everyone thought like, well, this is like another Minecraft on the blockchain or something like that. So it was hard already to convince, and not only even if we had the vision, we were proven entrepreneur, like the market kind of like didn't trust in our capacity to build. But we kept on going, and we did build afterwards even more. Actually, we did raise again after 2019. We raised in this seed round with investors like True Global Venture, Hashed, Square Enix, and Animoca Brands, so investor in Asia. But still, we had an issue with basically again, like in 2021 when we did our Series B round where we raised 91 million. Again, like even though we had a large community, we proved that the tools were ready, etc. We found like there was some struggle to convince again on our vision and capacity. So anyway, every step of the way, there's always challenge to acquire users, challenge to educate them about like the technology, challenge to convince investor. I believe like it's just the normal journey of the entrepreneur, but you have to focus on the right priorities, and to us, those priorities are always like don't like show your milestone, show your progress, build your product, acquire actual users, develop your business model, your revenue model, and progressively it will keep being healthy as a business and hopefully attract the right kind of investors as well.
I see. So for now, what advice do you have for the entrepreneurs transitioning from the Web2 to Web3 gaming industry?
I think it's like first of all, I believe like blockchain gaming is essential, and like this notion of true digital ownership is for more than 75% of the actors in the industry is a primary appeal for why using blockchain technology. As the president of the Blockchain Game Alliance, we run an industry survey every year to our 600 members company. We had over 500 respondents, and they really came through as one of the top 3 benefits, beyond as well like the possibility to do a new business model and the possibility to really reward players with in new ways, and also to acquire new users. So there's a lot that the blockchain can benefit toward like the developers and creators, specifically more and more today in a market which has become more challenging to acquire users, because of course like the importance of the ownership and privacy of your data. Platforms cannot collect anymore the Web2 platform, the social media that are used for the marketing and user acquisition of those games. You cannot collect the data anymore and target the user in the same way. So it raised question of like how do you drive users if you cannot target them based on their behavior and so on. And Web3 and blockchain becomes a solution to that, because now users are ownership back of their asset. They have ownership of their wallet, and they now are able to the users have the control, and they can choose where and how they connect and which kind of data they share with the different games. But it's an opportunity for the creator as well, because now they can target users based on set that they own. And thanks to interoperability, the possibility of an asset, a digital asset, to be used across different products and services and have new utilities, even beyond what has not been planned originally by the developers. We can have like they can acquire and attract users which are very engaged, which have grown in value, because the value of a user is no longer being captured by one developer only, but as developer hold their data and value from one application, one game to another, it builds up progressively. And I think like overall, it's going to be part of the future of gaming, to use that technology to solve challenges like rewarding users, making users fully own their digital asset and have that freedom of using them where they want, selling them if they want, and developing new business model as well as new user acquisition strategies based on this. And that's why like the industry and Web3 keep attracting new actors, whether like newcomers who never made video game before, or traditional gaming companies that have been established leader in a mobile free-to-play or premium space before, like Square Enix, Ubisoft, Come to Us, etc. as well.
I see. Yes, compared to Web3, Web2, Web3 does have some like the unique characteristics. However, I believe that the concept of the metaverse represents a convergence of elements from both Web2 and Web3. So my next question is, what kind of the hardware technology is needed for building the metaverse? Has the Sandbox innovated in the metaverse hardware technology, and how has the innovation brought new development for the Sandbox, significantly enhancing user experience? Yeah, looking forward to your reply.
Well, I think like technology, and especially blockchain technology, is essential in like ensuring that users within the metaverse will have first a digital identity that belongs to them. In the metaverse, you essentially enter it with your avatar. That avatar that allows you to become yourself, to explore the different experiences and different platforms where those experiences are actually being hosted, as well as not just your avatar, but all your digital belongings, whether the content you earn, you bought from other creators, or you made yourself. It will belong to you, and it can be used across all those different experiences as well as other platforms. And so it is an essential technology to ensure such a possibility for users to move across different worlds, because the metaverse is a little bit like the internet. It's not just one single platform, one single website. It's like really the multitude of them, and your ability to move seamlessly in total freedom and without any constraint with your data and your identity. There's also other interesting aspect of using blockchain technology behind, like brands and creators can like engage their audience in new ways. They can develop their strategies of monetization. They can get access to certain experiences based on the digital asset that you own. And the other exciting aspect as well in terms of governance meaning like using a form of DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, where holder of assets, users who have a certain avatar part of a collection, users who have accomplished certain quests and that data is actually on chain, become eligible to participate in voting decision that will determine the future of that world that is being built on and controlled by the user for the users. So in a way, the blockchain is here as a technology to ensure that the metaverse will not be controlled by a single body, single party, or single platform, and can evolve as I would say almost a democratic nation where like users are the citizen of.
Okay, yes. For the next question, I would like to ask Simon first. What is the most important criterion for an outstanding Web3 game? Like, is the player freedom or sustainable economic models, or like the smooth interaction methods or something else? Simon, I would like to hear your answer first.
I I try my best to answer it. Maybe I think the question is more better for the Sebastien to answer it. In my opinion, for an excellent metaverse game, I believe the player freedom is the most crucial aspect. This is because the core concept of metaverse game is to create a vast and open virtual world where players can explore, create, socialize, and experience without limits. This freedom is not only reflected in the diversity of game content and gameplay, but also in the player's ability to influence and build the game world in various ways. I think metaverse games with high player freedom allows players to first create and customize, such as personalized characters, buildings, things, and so on, and create unique game content and experience. Choice and diversity, such as make a wide range of choice in the game, from career options to gameplay styles. Interaction and socializing, such as engage in deep interaction with other players, building community and partnership. For influence and change, such as leave their mark in the game world, influencing the development and narrative of the game. Of course, accessible economic model and smooth interaction methods are also very important. They are crucial for maintaining the game's long-term appeal and player engagement. That's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you. Sebastien, what's your opinion towards this question?
I think like the success of the metaverse lies in multiple aspects. Like we really try to explain the concept of the metaverse in three contents. So sorry, in three categories, very simple. One, you have like the technology and the product that allows you to access the metaverse, to build the metaverse, how you basically will create the different content, the characters, the avatars, how you will build the experiences, and how you access it across multiple platforms and devices, whether it's a mobile, web, desktop, VR, AR, XR, etc. And you need to keep updating those products to offer like a very fun experience, accessible experience that fits and match with the market standards. Like takes only a matter of seconds to click into it and jump into an experience, to have like the level of fun and replayability that is on par with like market standards. Like you don't just come around, sit and just chat, but you can dance, you can socialize, you can meet, you can attend virtual concerts, virtual shows, you can play multiplayer game, you can score on leaderboard, you can complete quests, and many other things that make it really a fun place to go hang out with your friend and more. Then you need to work on the content like to be produced. So we believe like the metaverse will be massively user-generated content built by the users themselves, 99%, but you also need like flagship title, successful games, and top brands in entertainment, etc., that will attract those users to basically come here for the fan or the celebrity or the brand they are fan of, whether they are basically global one or from a specific region. And after, technically, you also need to build a whole ecosystem on top of this. So developing opportunities for other studios, builders, agencies, creators to become successful, leveraging the tool of the platform, producing their own content, developing their own brands, onboarding new people in the space, and contribute to grow at scale, like the opportunity of the metaverse, because one single party, one single platform alone cannot achieve that. But when you think in terms of ecosystem, it's essential. So that's really, I think, the three components. And it's all about like the fun, the kind of interaction we'll develop there, and the three aspects I did just mention that will all together combine will create that momentum that is essential for the success of the metaverse.
I see. Sebastian, what's your view on existing economic models? I think this question would be everyone's interest in Web3 games, including the sustainability of in-game economics and the operation of the NFT market. What innovations in the economic models can be expected for the future Web3 games?
So we've seen the rise and fall, and maybe the rebirth even of play to earn. Like I really admire how like innovative are like the creators that enter the space, how fast they are iterating over different business models. I think play to earn really drove like a lot of attention and users into the space. Like people learn what is an NFT, what is a wallet, but it lacked maybe some aspect of sustainability in the economics of it and making sure it's not a zero-sum game. It's already evolved a lot. Now, like we're looking at all those guilds and platform around play to earn evolve into more quest-based, focusing on educating users and driving quality users toward different Web3 games and platform. We're seeing like dual token model, one for like a soft currency, one for a hard currency in game. Sometimes involves there's been model where like governance token and economic token of utility token are actually being separated, and you cannot sell the governance token to ensure like it's no longer going to derive like a form of influence by only a few. So there's a really fast iteration in terms of learning and takeaways. Nobody yet has figured it out. But what's interesting is like once in this space, one or multiple companies or studio figure a great model, we're going to see like the network effect in action, like because like when a game becomes successful, bring one user or bring a massive number of users, those users with their wallet they can connect to other games, so they are not stuck into one application. It grows and it contributes to the success of this ecosystem, and that's an important thing in Web3. Like we will succeed together thanks to like the network effect and the decentralization. I really look forward a lot of iteration and coming games this year. I'm thinking about Cross the Edges, Shrapnel, Illuvium, Star Atlas, My Neighbor Alice, Sandbox, of course. Those are some of the few that are emerging. We're also seeing come to us. Ubisoft launched new games. Nexon, the creator, and PUBG, Krafton and PUBG is launching a new game that uses blockchain. Shrapnel, so a lot of exciting game based on like proven gameplay that includes blockchain components are hopefully this year going to drive a lot more attention and growth in the sector. And the creator economy, beside that, specifically to a platform like Sandbox that involve a lot of the user-generated content, I believe we also play a very important role. And the more we bring new creators, the more we see different experiences in the space, as well the creators, the chance that some of them will emerge as new successes as well.
Yeah, very good. I'm also a fan of the shop now, and yeah, so I can totally get what you are say. I know your time is limited, so I still have one more question. With the immersive technologies like VR, AR tech gradually being applied in the metaverse design, how does the guest think these technologies will impact the future development of Web3 games? Can players truly experience a game more as immersive as depicted in the Ready Player One? Yeah, what's your opinion?
So I think like Ready Player One, like it's actually a science fiction book first of all, and it's a science fiction movie. It's quite uh, picturing like the future at a very far future in terms of like the technological capabilities, yet the fact that like we are looking at like photorealistic graphics, etc. Like kind of computing power, bandwidth, etc. is not realistic with today's technology. It might be in 10, 20 years. It also puts maybe a wrong assumption that like to enter the metaverse you need to wear a sort of VR or XR headset, which is wrong. Like you can really access the metaverse just from any device, whether your PC, Mac, desktop, from the web, from mobile. You don't need to be yourself, the character, the avatar, to be in the metaverse. Like you can have like your identity as well as coexist both. And that's, I think, like a big misconception that's been a little bit pushed, maybe too much by Meta when they rebranded themselves, Facebook when they rebranded them as Meta, because one of their business goals was actually to sell the Quest headset together with the idea of like the metaverse. Today, we understand that metaverse can be accessed from all those different devices and will be a mix of experience. Some will be very high definition, almost like Ready Player One, cinematographic, but some like Sandbox have more simpler graphic, but maybe more fun, more social, and run on a wider range of devices. Also, to build such large world, you need a lot of content, and to make content, you need people to produce it and produce it fast. So if we only think of like photorealistic content, either AI needs to help, or you need people with a lot of skills trained in the industry, and there are expensive people with very few profile and talent. So we really reduce our capacity to produce at scale and launch this kind of world in a meaningful way. Just to give you an idea, think how much time it took to build a game like Grand Theft Auto 5 or the new Grand Theft Auto 6. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars production, thousands of people working on it for 5 to 10 years. And still, it's not an infinite world. And so that, yes, I think that's really how we should think about the metaverse. I think that will build progressively, and it's not just about the graphic or the VR.
Very cool. Yeah, thank you, Sebastian. Yes, Simon, what do you think of this question? What's your opinion?
I think I agree with the Sebastien, yeah, and I think the VR, AR, and the new technology is very important, and but the most important thing is player experience. Yeah.
Well, Sebastian, are you going to leave, or you still have some time for this?
Yeah, I have a hard stop in 5 minutes, unfortunately, as I'm being awaited for another meeting.
Yeah, it's okay. So I would like to ask our audience, do you have any questions for today's guest? You can just type your questions in the window and we will pick one. Oh, I saw there is.
All right. Let's see if there's any question.
Hello, Alex. Alex is asking, do you have a question? Oh,
Yeah, finally it's work. Thank you very much for giving a chance to ask the question, and thank you very much for your thoughts about the Web3 industry. It's very important for such game developers like our company, like our game. I just want to ask you, what will you advise to the games, especially Web3 games, regarding comparing traditional game mechanics and Web3 mechanics? Because, for example, in our game, in our project, we try to be as close as we can to Web2 audience. We try to implement traditional mechanics, not just reinvent the wheel one more time, but try to integrate them, because a lot of them we can find in traditional games like World of Warcraft, Fortnite, and many, many others. What are your thoughts about this topic, that many Web3 games now, they try to invent something new using the hype of blockchain and so on, and sometimes they really forget about traditional games, about traditional audience. What are your thoughts about this? Thank you.
I think that's a really great question. The first thing I would say is like really think like, why do you want to use blockchain as a developer? Like, what's the motivation as a creator? What do you want to change? Is it you're trying to find a new way to acquire users? Is it like you want to create a game with a community and have a better relationship with the players rather than what you've seen before? And I believe it really needs to be an authentic motivation behind, like a legitimate passion that drives you as a founder and the whole team building that product, and not just be financial interest, because financial interest will get you running only for a short amount of time, and specifically in bearish market like today. The second recommendation is like focus on building the product first. Like again, blockchain is just a technology. It's an extra tool that you add to like creating a great game. If you don't create a great game, blockchain alone will not be sufficient. We've already saw that it will not happen again, where reach a level of maturity in the industry where financial incentive alone are insufficient to retain user over long term and create a sustainable economy for you as a developer. So you need to build a gameplay that is fun, that attracts players, and progressively introduce them toward blockchain. I think like today, there's also this whole first-time user experience and user journey you have to think about. When is the right time to promote blockchain, NFT and even tokens to the user? It's probably not on the first screen they see when they want to install, and you force them into connecting a wallet that they have no clue about. So hook the players for like the quality of your game, the fun, the novelty, the graphic, many reasons that they would enjoy playing it. And once they made maybe their first purchase, or they are convinced that, okay, I feel engaged enough, I want to keep on, etc., it's the right time to bring on my wallet or use account abstraction or social login to do so. And then own the data that I generated or I earned, etc. You can, and I think it's a better model that is reflecting again like on the maturity of the industry. And if we bring people who know how to build games before, they will have a higher chance of success integrating it rather than new team experimenting, which is not a bad thing, but like without gaming experience within the gaming industry, it only led to our like more financial product, DeFi games, etc., or GameFi. But we know that we need the right balance of users between true players and people just for the financial interest for a game to succeed.
Yeah. I think it could answer Alex's question. I still saw a new question from Cassie in the window. She want to ask to Sebastien, what is a business model for the Sandbox to co-work with other Web3 games? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good question. Thank you for asking. There's many ways that we want to like add value to other games. First of all, by bringing your NFT collection and making it interoperable with Sandbox, you're adding extra utility and hence extra value for your community of players and users, and allow them maybe to socialize, to play aside the core gameplay of or core product or service you provide. We also are a creative platform, so you can engage and reward your community by participating in contests, in game jam, in extending the world, the IP, the story that you that are part of the lore of your game, and allowing them to express their creativity. And like this is one of the best ways for fans to feel even more engaged and also add value overall to your game and expand and promote it, so acquire new users for you and your game by leveraging a UGC platform like Sandbox. Third of all, like we're pushing new monetization models like NFT gating, attributes and abilities that allows you to upgrade, to start selling NFTs. We open the marketplace on layer 2 to upgrade maybe your avatar with new equipment and offer the possibility to distribute rewards to the players who are engaged or who bought this NFT pass or this NFT equipment and play with it in Sandbox. We've seen a lot of value as well for a community who didn't have like a core game and leverage Sandbox to run events, to explore together, to play together, to share memories with their community, and sometimes benefit bridging between physical and virtual world as well as we support a lot of communities of creators, inviting them towards like events that Sandbox run around the world, like the Partner Day in Singapore or the Creator Day in Hong Kong. Sometimes a concert with certain celebrities, Steve Aoki, Snoop Dogg, etc. We invite the holder of the NFT. We also showcase their content as much as possible at various events. So they benefit a lot from marketing, promotion, and eventually user acquisition that we generate.
Nice. I think it can answer Cassie's question. Yeah. One more question for Simon. How do you guys select Web3 game startups from the many applicants who registered for the previous incubation seats in the ICC Camp? Very good question.
Okay, thanks for Cassie's question. It's a good question. In my opinion, first of all, I think we think the team is the most important thing. I think it's good Web3 team is not only have experience in traditional gamers and also should have experience in Web3, because Web3 games shouldn't only be fun, but also understand Web3 and guide how to choose public chains, exchanges, how to design token economics. And secondly, we need to say have some products. I think maybe many years ago, a Web3 game had just have a PPT, they can raise much money. But now we think if the game have some demos and the product to us to have an experience maybe better and have more advantages. Yeah, because now until now, many Web3 gamers have been prepared for a long time. So I think have a game demo and the product is also very important. And the third one, I think, say maybe the game and the developers need us. Yeah, if some games they are already listing the exchanges maybe not very suitable, but we very like the startups companies. Yeah, so it's my answers.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. Well,
I guess it was the last question on my side. I unfortunately have to leave. I'm being awaited to my next meeting, but it was a pleasure, and I'm happy to do a few again later this year as part of the program to do some follow-up questions, explore as well what we can do together with the Sandbox. So feel free to reach out to me as well by Twitter, by social media, or by email, seb@sandbox.game. And let's explore together what we can do in the metaverse and keep building and growing blockchain gaming.
thank you, Sebastien. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Yeah, as we draw this enlightening session.
Thank you all.
Yeah, bye. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye.
Yes, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to our esteemed guest, Simon. Thank you for the invaluable contributions and insights, and also big thank you to our audience for joining us today. We hope that today's dialogue has provided you with a deeper understanding of the dynamic world of the metaverse and also the Web3 gaming. And we encourage everyone to stay tuned for the future updates on the progress of ICC Camp. Thank you for joining us tonight. Have a good night. Bye. Thank you.
Bye bye, Vienna. Thank you.
Thank you.